3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, damn, where'd he go?
Where did Greg go? He disappeared like a magician.
Yeah, man, just disappeared.
What's happening there, Shannon? What happened in there? Oh, you got the jacket on, the jersey on. Oh, okay, you got it on backwards.
Yeah, got it on backwards, so you can see it. So you can see that I got, I'm out here repping.
I ain't putting on no jersey. I had it on Friday, but I got the shirt on. I got shirts, jerseys, I got everything.
It's the one jersey.
I was black all the way down. Hey, I was black all I said it was Black Sunday. I was black all the way down, from the drawers to the socks to the jersey, everything. I was black, everything.
I was locked in, man. I was sitting on my laptop. I couldn't even get up to go get me no food, man. I was like, look, if I get up and I miss anything, I'm gonna be pissed.
I couldn't eat until after the game. Boy, it was just like,
I couldn't
eat nothing.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, man. That last quarter too, though. Woo, shit.
Yeah, they gave up them 15 points though. I was like, damn it. But that was
you're back.
Sorry, y'all, man. You had a little technical difficulty there. Back in action. Want to welcome everybody to Football Fan Talk on GLX Sports. I am your gracious host, Big G.
I'm Raider Mike.
What's up? This is Big Shann up in the house.
It's your boy LaFleur.
All right. For our last regular season game, we got to crown our last champ. Came through with the fire, Raider Mike. You know what I mean? But you got a virtue of the Raiders score. The records was me, you, and Young G was all 11-5. Shanny came in at 9-7. But you got that score right. So, you were closer. You had it 33-27. So, you was right around there. So you got that one. And with that, we'll go with our season-long stats. We had Young G at 158, 97-1 with 4 crowns. Shanny Shan was 158, 97-1 with 5 crowns. Raider Mike was 169, 86-1, 7 crowns. And myself was also 169, 86-1. But I had 8 crowns up in there. So that will make me the regular season champ. You know what I mean? Y'all can see all the crowns behind me. You know what I mean? It's nothing. It happens. But if you notice the parity with us, you know what I mean? Shan and G had the same record. Me and Mike had the same record. So we always.
Shan, I needed 2. I just needed 2.
Yeah, he came in strong. He was about 3 weeks ago. He was about 7 games behind Shan.
I had to redeem myself. You feel me?
That man was like, I am not gonna come in last place.
Hey, I had to play wild card some of these weeks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
made a furious run. All right, got the season-long stats, everything. Next up, we're gonna switch it up a little bit because it's playoffs. The show is probably gonna be a little shorter, so we want to get a couple of things in. The first thing we wanted to get in was the coaching decisions the Chargers made during the Raider game. You know what I mean? Raider Mike, what you think about that, man?
Well, if anybody gonna get the bonehead play of the weekend, he has had to been the bonehead of the year. To call a timeout during the game when the Raiders were not going to use any timeouts. They were just content with letting the clock run out and expiring and settling for the tie instead of taking any risk of field goal getting blocked or anything happening, fumble or anything. But he led a timeout. He took a timeout, told me he wanted to get his defense together and get the right defense in there. Gave us a chance to think about it. So we might as well go for the first down. Got the first down, kicked the field goal, and sent the Chargers home packing. I just thought that that was a bad move. But did somebody? I know that can't be right, but I was talking to somebody. They said they fired the coach. I know they didn't fire the coach, Arthur Smith.
No, they didn't fire him. No.
I'm about to say that's what I thought him. I said, man, why would they fire him for that? I said, the man went 9-8. You gonna fire him on that?
Don't forget when they went on 4th down too. That hurt him too, man.
Yeah, if he'd have been on the Bears, if he'd been the Bears, he would have got fired.
Bears ain't for a fact.
Well, the Bears would have fired his ass for real. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. And then yeah.
My whole thing with that one, that's one of his little bonehead decisions. But the big one for me was that 4th and 1. You know what I mean? The score was 14-17. They was only down by 3. It was in the third quarter. It was 8:57 on the clock. He on his own 18 and wanted to go for a 4th and 1. You know what I mean? And this coach is like a big analytics guy. And oddly enough, the analytics strongly say go for it in that situation. Analytics say 71% go for it, 32% not to go for it, and like a 49% success rate. And I'm like, that's where I just, me and the analytics part ways. I'm like, sometimes you got to use freaking common sense. You know what I mean? Everybody into analytics, the A's started it, you know what I mean? The way they was playing baseball, the Red Sox adopted it. The Red Sox actually won the World Series with it. But in football, going for that shit on the freaking 4th and 1 on your own 18, man, come on, man. You're not going to do that against an NFL team. It's not going to happen. And then not only that, the Raiders had 8 men in the box. So it's like, you think you really going to get that 1 yard right there.
Right.
And then the play calling, running it up the gut on that. When you had Mike Williams one-on-one with Casey Hayward on the corner, like, you know what I mean? I would take those chances, you know what I mean, to throw that ball out there to Mike Williams. But that's the decision they made. And that's partly while they're home, you know what I mean, doing the vacation thing, watching these here playoffs, Yep. Young G, Shan, y'all got anything on that?
No, I agree with you, man. Like, I couldn't believe it. I just knew they was going to tie it up right there. You know what I mean? But they wanted it all, man. They put it all on the table and lost it all, man. So that's what you get. But, I mean, give Herbert his props, man. That man did his thing, so just wasn't enough.
He's going to be a problem, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. But the way the Raiders defense was staying in there, I wouldn't have went for that 4th down, bro. Like, I was shocked that he did that shit as well, man. So I'm glad he did, though. We'd take it any way we could get it, baby.
Yeah, man. My big takeaway from that game was just the simple fact of the matter is, before the game, I forgot which commentator. I want to say it was Chris Collinsworth. But he kept saying, he was like, he kept basically predicting that the game was going to end in the tie. And basically both coaches had already talked about it. And I was quite shocked when he did call that timeout, because right before he called the timeout, you saw on the Jumbotron, Justin Herbert was like, I've never wished for a tie so much in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if your quarterback's sitting there saying, like, let's just get the tie, but you want to sit there and do that. And even Derek Carr came out and said, well, basically, like, when they called that timeout, obviously that played a factor into a lot of things. Now, do we know for a fact if they were just going to go for the tie? No, we don't. But, I mean, to say that timeout was a pivotal moment in the game to decide whether you were going to go to the playoffs or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's going to be one of the ones where, as me and my homies were planning about it earlier, I was like, that's that Phillip Rivers curse. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just can't make it over the hump. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a Charger, especially playing against the Raiders, it's just like, no matter what you do, somehow, some way, you're going to give it up. But, all in all, I'm happy my team made it. You know what I'm saying? But we still got a long way to go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, with that being said, next up, I don't even like calling it Black Monday. You know what I mean? Call it Black Monday when all the coaches get fired, man. But we're going to talk a little bit about the coaches going down on Monday after the game, some Sunday. So, you know what I mean, in Vic Fangio's case. But, let's just break them down, you know what I mean, go in order. We'll start with the Minnesota Vikings getting rid of Mike Zimmer. What you guys think about that one?
Well, I kind of figured, I saw that one coming. this has kind of been like a season-long thing, kind of paying attention to the Vikings, because they said Mike Zimmer kind of lost the team in a sense. But also at the same time, it's like it was kind of like that Jason Garrett thing where they never could quite get over the hump. They're like either right there or below, you know what I'm saying? And I know if there's one thing, especially now, because the Vikings do have enough talent to make the playoff run, and so for the simple fact of the matter that they haven't, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure upper management was kind of getting tired of it. And Mike Zimmer, he's more of an old school coach, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of players nowadays, they don't necessarily take well to, a coach trying to berate them and stuff like that, or trying to just use those old school tactics. You know what I'm saying? They want to be treated more so as humans, versus players and what this is like regular ass, whatever, like, oh, you're easily replaceable. And that's kind of the vibe that, Mike Zimmer gave. I gave an example earlier, I want to say on one of our previous shows, of how he was talking about his backup quarterback, Kellen Mond, when Kirk Cousins was out. And basically, he's just basically like they asked him, they're like, oh, will you see like Kellen Mond on the field or some shit, like, or something like that? And he was just like, nah, I see him every day. Just kind of brushed it off and was like, nah, you're trash. Like, we're not even gonna give you a shot.
Yeah.
And even though the other quarterback, whoever their other backup was or whoever was, he wasn't good either. But I mean, shit, if you're gonna come out flat out and say that about a player, I mean, no wonder you don't have your locker room, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just imagine what you say when the cameras aren't on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't shock me. They're Vikings. They need a new. It's about time that they had a change. You know what I'm saying? It's been pretty. What's it called? It hasn't really improved or anything like that as far as their team success. So maybe a little new regime. Maybe that might help out for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
It was 8 years, man. And, it's kind of lackluster, to G's point. And then this last season was just like, they were just kind of there, you know what I mean? And so you didn't see motivation really on the field, so why go through another year of that, crossing your fingers? Nah, it's time for the change, bro.
All right, ready, Mike?
Yeah, well, I already knew that was coming. He has just been too inconsistent as a coach. His offense has been pretty good. Defense has been inconsistent. I think he did lose the team. And then for him not to be confident in whoever the quarterbacks that you have, that ain't good. That's not saying that's saying something about the coach. You're supposed to have your players back. You got to say next man up mentality. And these guys are supposed to get out here. They're professionals. They got to get out there and perform. But for him to say that, and then them slipping on losing games that they should have won. He was getting ousted. I thought he would have got ousted after last year,
Yeah.
But I guess he kind of got his job saved last year. And you have the quarterback, you got the running back, you got receivers. He has everything there. He ain't lacking nothing. And if you can't get that team in the playoffs, yes, you need to go. You need to get your walking papers and walk on down the hill. Get your walking papers and walk down the hill. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it.
It's funny. If you look him up, Mike Zimmer's girlfriend, you see that man
young broad.
Yeah, he got a nice little Instagram model type. That's when I knew. When I saw that, I was just like, yeah, he's done. He's not going to be coaching there much longer.
That man saw one of his players with his girl on IG. It was like, wait a minute now.
The thing is, Mike Zimmer, his calling card is defense. He was our defensive coordinator. That's how he made his name in the game. You know what I mean? And his defense, he has the talent to have a good defense. And they haven't been playing well. You got Kirk Cousins, you're paying him a ton of money. You got Adam Thielen, you got Cook at running back, and Madison too. It's just like you got everything you need to win games, and you're not winning. You know what I mean?
Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson. And they missed the playoffs 5 of the last 8 years, man. You know what I mean? And they fired their GM too. The GM been there 16 years. Rick Spielman.
They said they wanted a real fresh start.
So, they starting from scratch. Old Ziggy and Mark Wilf. They was like, man, we're just going to go to ground zero. I mean, the thing is, if they get the right people in there, they're going to instantly be good next year because they have the pieces already. So if, we could talk about other stuff later, but that's a good destination for a head coach, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So next up on the chopping block, we'll go to Matt Nagy. All right, Big Shann, what you think about that one, man?
Well, we seen that coming, bro. You know what I mean? Poor Justin Fields, man, was just getting manhandled because they didn't have no offensive line. And then, somewhere in mid-season, when they gave the starting job to Justin, at some point they didn't know who was going to start, if the redhead wonder was going to start or the new kid was going to start. It was just too much inconsistency back there, and then they didn't change up their play calling. They just kept trying to, make Justin make it happen. And, you got to have blocking, man, or you're going to get your quarterback hurt. And so to me, it was just a matter of time. And when it got leaked early on, I think around Thanksgiving, the Detroit game, that he was gone, and they were like, oh, no, he's not going to be fired after the game. They didn't say they wasn't going to let him go, though. They just said he wasn't going to be fired after the game. So the writing was already on the wall, man. It was a done deal, man.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Young G.
Yeah, I mean, people it's crazy because, his first season, he went 12-4, I want to say. And I want to say he won Coach of the Year in 2018, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he did.
But, a man hasn't had a winning record since 2018. You know what I'm saying? You make that big play to draft Mitch Trubisky, and that whole conspiracy because the owner couldn't do anything with him. Then you get Justin Fields, another quarterback who's not bad. You know what I'm saying? But shit, again, you can't do nothing with him. I mean, not only did they fire Matt Nagy, but they also fired their GM. You know what I'm saying? For Matt Nagy to be this, offensive guru or whatever, however they wanted to put it when they first brought him in, you never really saw any results on the offensive side. You know what I'm saying? They had a top 10 defense a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it just never resulted in anything. Matt Nagy just didn't seem like a good coach. You know what I'm saying? He's probably better off as an offensive coordinator somewhere or something like that. But as far as him being like an actual head coach, I don't see that happening again for a while, if ever again, because it was just so dysfunctional in Chicago, man. And that's just not even go to him.
He's a good old boy, so you never know.
That's what I'm saying,
Another job.
Not
now, though.
Yeah. What's your take on it, Raider? Raider Mike?
Well, like I said, Matt Nagy, to me, he had his chances. But like I said, the Chicago Bears, for some reason, if they can't run the football, the whole offense is screwed up. I don't care. You could go back to the 80s. They always had a good running back or 1,000-yard back. And I think that they're going to have to get back to that. Chicago Bears are not a 50-pass drop back throwing the ball team.
Nah.
Chicago weather is known for running the football. They need to get a coach in there that's they're going to have to run the football and they're just going to need a ball control offense for Justin Fields so that he won't get clobbered out there, and then just bring him along slowly. But they can still open up the playbook, but I think they just need to get a running back so they can run the football again and then play defense like they do, because they got a good defense. That's not the problem. They need to be able to score points, and they need to not turn the ball over. And that's what they were doing. They were making mistakes. They couldn't keep the quarterbacks healthy. Neither one that was in couldn't pick a quarterback who you wanted to start. Another thing is why Nagy was out of there. His offense was not consistent. And it messed the defense up, because when your defense is on the field all game, they're going to give it up. They're going to give up some plays because they're tired. And then Mac was hurt. And then you have Hakeem Nick Hicks, or that dude was hurt. You had, they have some problems. I mean, but there's no excuse for Matt Nagy. He's been there too long. That's supposed to be a playoff team. And they're not going to be the Bears. Bears ain't never had no gunslinging pass except for Cutler. And that was a year they were good. That was the only year, but they still had 1,000-yard back though.
Yeah.
They had a Forte.
Yeah, they had Forte, but see,
Rapping Forte,
successful in order for Rapping Forte. Yep, Rapping Forte, like Berman call them. But I think they need to get back to that, and they'll be fine. But I think that's a good job to take too. But that's all.
Okay. My thing on that is this, man. The Chicago Bears organization, they made a big mistake They took Mitch Trubisky over Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that was
And the only reason they took Mitch Trubisky is because he's Polish. Their ownership is Polish, and Chicago has one of the biggest Polish populations in the United States. So they took the guy. They thought it would be a good decision to take him. And, they thought Nagy was the quarterback whisperer. So basically, like, he can coach him up to be a good quarterback. But obviously, man, you need talent too, man. Mitch Trubisky will never be a good starting quarterback in NFL. So he had that strike against him because, Trubisky got kind of drafted based off of his reputation for being able to take a quarterback and make him good. You know what I mean? So you had that. Then you got Justin Fields, right? You have him. You're supposed to develop him. He didn't take the time out to develop him at all this year. No. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to put him in there, let's see what he got, and let's stay consistent with him. Let's not pull him in, take him out, pull him in, take him out. Because, part of the reason why he's taking him out, he's like, let me put Dalton in. He's a veteran. I need to win some games. But it's like, man, you can win with Justin Fields, man. You know what I mean? So never gave him a chance. And their whole organization, they never had a program. You know what I mean? Like, their defense had too many injuries. So they didn't really have a chance to kind of dominate like they usually do. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where Nagy deserved to get fired because he oversold himself as someone that he really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? He gonna go back and be an offensive coordinator somewhere and, work there for a few years and work his way back into a head coaching job again. You know what I mean? Probably about 5-6 years. You know what I mean? So I'm like, he got fired and deservedly so. We knew he deserved to get freaking fired. It is what it is. He's gonna land on his feet. He'll be fine. You know what I mean? And that's all I gotta say about that. Next up, now we're gonna save him for last. Let's go with one of the less sexy ones. I ain't even heard y'all mention his name. Vic Fangio over with the Broncos.
They couldn't wait to get that fool up out of there.
I ain't even
fired Saturday night, nigga.
Yeah.
That fool was fired Saturday night, and they just sent him a little email on Sunday. That's what happened to him. I just felt that he had a good team. Big Fangio had a good team there, but when Bridgewater got hurt, he had a serviceable quarterback in Bridgewater. When what's his name came in there, I can't remember his name. He ain't too good though. I know who it is, but anyway, the quarterback. I mean, Bridgewater would have been playing. They may have fared better.
Who, Drew Lock?
Yeah, Drew Lock was just not. He's not the answer at quarterback for them. Even though he didn't play bad the last game, but I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Are they gonna try to hold on to him or give him another shot? I don't know. But Bridgewater there, I mean, I would start Bridgewater if I was him because they got, or unless they're gonna get Aaron Rodgers or something.
They're gonna try. I think they're gonna try to get somebody
because they only one quarterback away from being good again. I hope they don't get a quarterback because we got to play them.
Yeah, I know.
So I just think they're just a quarterback away from Denver being really good. Bridgewater just couldn't stay healthy because the offensive line was trash. As far as pass blocking, they were trash. You know, they just didn't have a great offensive line, but I think that they can land back on their feet. But unfortunately, Big Fangio was a defense. That's why the defense was so good. He's a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's his trade.
So by trade, that's why. But he just wasn't a good head coach. He wasn't a good leader.
Yeah.
I just, just calling it the way I see it. He wasn't a prepared coach. He didn't. You could see the lack of experience, even though he was there for a couple of years. He just wasn't the right fit for the Broncos. I think but they'll land on their feet.
Yeah.
But that's all I got to say.
Okay, I can dig that, Young G.
Yeah, see, they kind of like cleaned house. They fired the offensive coordinator and the special teams coordinator as well. Shit, I mean, after 3 losing seasons, I ain't really much to say about, whether or not you should be fired. And I mean, shit, if you had 5 consecutive losing seasons at that, why not clean house? I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised, they weren't trying to evaluate Elway. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You know, I know
Elway's out
Elway-
there. Elway is already, he done stepped down though, but shit, they probably fired the person who make the Gatorade too, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Denver, like y'all said, Denver's one good quarterback away. It's not like
That's all they need.
it's not like they're not in turmoil as far as like team standpoint and stuff like
Didn't
that.
their owner,
You know,
did the owner
Purdy.
die last year?
Yeah,
or
Pat
this year?
Bowlen died
Oh.
like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. See, well then, yeah. I mean, shit.
Yeah, dementia
know.
or Alzheimer's.
I don't know, man. If Denver can find the right head coach, I mean, that's a good place for another. I mean, any of these coaches that that deserve a good head coach, that deserve a head coaching job, if they can get a decent quarterback, I mean, a good quarterback, shit, that'd be a nice place for somewhere to land as well. I mean, shit, but. I ain't got too much to say about the Broncos, man. They in our division. I just,
I hope they
progressively, I do want to see good competition because at one point the AFC West was like one of the toughest divisions. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see that kind of competition again, just because it's like I don't know. I like seeing
iron sharpens iron.
Teams, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, hopefully they get it together, man, because everyone else in the AFC West is gradually getting better. So Denver got to catch up too.
Okay. Big Shees, what's up?
But they should have been a lot better, man. And, because their defense was pretty good. I mean, to Mike's point, let's be honest, their defense was pretty good. But when it came to handling the ball on offense, it was just a problem, man. So you knew it was coming, and then the Raiders went ahead and showed what was really going on over there, you know what I mean? Because it was defense against defense. But then you turn around and got a quarterback like Derek Carr to put points on the board, Then you turn around with Denver and they can't put points on the board. Your defense could keep you in the game, but they're not always going to win the game for you. So it was just a matter of time, bro. I think he didn't have a winning season at all. I think he was like 19-30 overall his career there. So
yeah, he was gone.
It's got to go. Get the broom out.
Yeah.
Well, they still got a good squad to work with. They need a right leader in there, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's the perfect example of why some people are just good coordinators and they just don't make good head coaches.
Right, because it takes leadership.
Yeah, he had that 49ers defense cracking. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
He the one kind of started that off over there, and they continued it, but, he was with Harbaugh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that defense cracking, man. So he's a good coordinator, but, in the end, he lost his last 4 games of the season. So the writing was on the wall. And, just the simple fact that this fool lost to, no, not him, but their organization. They lost to the Chiefs 13 times in a row, man. You know what I mean? So it's just like.
You got to fire the coach shit.
It's just like, damn. That's like Harbaugh against Ohio State. Lost like about 7 times in a row. Some shit.
Finally beat him, though. He finally beat him.
Finally got him,
Maybe if Fangio would have beat the Chiefs in the last game of the season or something, it might have extended the shit. But
I think he's out the door.
He's another one where next year we're gonna be watching the damn game. We might be watching the Ravens versus the Browns, and it'd be like, and the Browns defense led by Vic Fangio. He's gonna get another job.
He will get a job.
You know what I mean? He's another. Good
He's just not a head coach. He's just not a head coach.
Barksdale is over there right now. He ain't going back there though.
But I'm just saying somewhere.
He'll be somewhere if he wants the job.
They all partners, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
they got that circle. That's like, tight.
Shoot, like I get fired over somewhere. I'm like, hey, Mike, man, I need a job, man. Like, oh man, come over here, man. I got to coordinate a job for you. You know what I'm saying? They all know each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he'll be all right, man. He'll land on his feet. Next up, man, we're gonna go to this Joe Judge.
Joe Judge. Yes, sir.
He deserved to get fired. Doing quarterback sneak with 3rd and 9 consecutive. That's saying that your quarterbacks is garbage. They can't move the football.
No, they called the wrong play, man.
They called whatever it was.
Nah, he sent his quarterback.
I'm just saying, Greg, you call timeout and get the shit together. Do something.
That man sent this quarterback on a wheel route and
then he was cocky. He was cocky in the interview trying to be like Belichick.
Yeah.
He got fired.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Man, look, him
he
and
just
David
was
Gettleman.
not
Shit.
the right fit for the job. Everybody thinks that somebody that's coming out of Belichick's coaching circle is supposed to automatically be good, and they supposed to be Belichick and get the team in order and start winning, doing it the Patriot way, doing it the Giants way. They've been
No
doing
one
it
can
years.
do it the Patriot
The Giants
way.
been
though.
doing it the
That's
Giants
thing.
way, losing. And
Yeah,
another
exactly.
thing the Giants do why they're going to continue to keep going backwards is they need to have some type of patience when they hire a coach. They cannot just give them 2 years and give them the hook. You need to at least give them 4 years so that they can develop the team. If he can't do nothing in 4 years, if you don't see an improvement, then get rid of the coach, because the continuity is all screwed up. You keep coming in with these different offensive coordinators, these offensive systems. You need to stick to some continuity for the quarterback so that he can master the offense. And maybe they would be better if they would do that. Well, that's all I got to say about him. He's a clown.
Yeah. Well, in this case, this is their third coach in less than 2 years, man.
That's what I'm talking about. See, Greg, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
they went forward.
Yeah,
going backwards.
They went with Pat Shurmur, Ben McAdoo, then him. Like, they don't have a chance for any continuity to be good. You know what I mean?
Who really wants to go there? That's not a good, attractive coaching job to take, because you might be fired in 2 years because the media, because they're the
New York
media
media
market is what get them fired. The newspaper get all the coaches fired in New York. Shit.
And then the thing is, they got a nice running back, but their offensive line is
him.
horrible.
They wasting Saquon, man.
Yeah, and then the thing with that is a running back's life is already short in the NFL. You got Saquon back there, you know what I mean, a dynamic player. You're going to have to go somewhere else to
And he already banged up.
Exactly. I mean, just from that line.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, shit, looking at it, I mean, because they got rid of Gettleman too, right? Like the GM.
Yeah. Well, he retired.
Too, right?
He retired.
Yeah, he retired.
The way it goes.
They told him to retire or fired. That's what happened.
They said he oversaw the worst record in a 4-year span in Giants history. That man went 19-46 as a GM. You know what I'm saying?
They told him to retire or get fired.
So I mean, like, shit. Even with this whole new regime, like, they better find a GM that know what the hell they doing, because otherwise, like you said, nobody wants to go to New York and coach, man. You're not gonna find a Tom Coughlin or a Bill Parcells, none of that shit. Like, you're not bringing them out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you got to do something, because again, the Giants, they have a perennial star player in fucking Saquon, but at the end of the day, Saquon, he from that area and all that, and he want to play for the home team. But if he's smart, if they don't find nothing, he better get the hell up out of there if he want to have a good career.
Yeah, what do y'all think of Daniel Jones, man?
I don't think he's bad.
A decent quarterback. I don't
think he's decent too.
You know what I'm saying?
He just needs the offensive line.
He need a good coach.
The offensive line.
And he need some tutelage at the quarterback position too.
Yeah, he needs a good coach. Like, for real, he needs somebody who actually know what the hell they doing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they go sign like a Ryan Fitzpatrick or some shit just to back him up, to show him the ropes. You know what I'm saying?
They need a good offensive coordinator, man.
Yeah,
because they got a couple of weapons. They need a good coordinator.
Their offensive coordinator, wasn't it Jason Garrett? Was it Jason Garrett?
Yep, they got the tight end though.
They fired him though. They fired
him. They fired him in this mid-season shit.
Yeah.
But they got the nice tight end in
the first place.
Yes. They got weapons, man.
They got Ingram, Galladay, you got Shepard,
what's
they got Sterling
Shepard.
They
got they got some decent players.
From Florida.
And that's exactly why the coach had to go, man, because he didn't know exactly what to do with those players. Because to your point, Jones is pretty good. You got Barkley. If your line's subpar.
The line wasn't subpar though. That's the thing. The line was horrible. They needed it. That's the thing. In the NFL, if you don't have no interior, you can't play football. No, that's the bottom line.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that they overpaid old boy from the Pats, Nate Solder. That left tackle. He was well past it. He was done. That's why New England let him go.
Nate Soldiers. Yeah.
They overpaid him. They drafted some left guard. It was like, he's all right, but their O-line is worse than the Bengals O-line. Shit.
Yeah, because he was 16-23 overall, man, in the 2-year period. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to G's point, you got that running back, man. Do a quick toss on the outs to do something, man. Don't try to shut up the middle, man.
The line is the fastest thing to fix too, man. You could go freaking second through fifth round or something and just pick linemen. Like that's what the Cowboys used to do. That's why we always had that good line, man. Just keep on go to the SEC, bro. Take a pick. Get somebody from LSU. Get somebody from Alabama. You know what I mean? Get somebody.
I'm looking from everybody from Iowa.
All they got is some taters
Iowa
out there to
putting
pick.
them out, boy.
All they doing out there is getting them taters, huh?
Okay. Hey, boy, next up, we going to the elephant in the room. My man.
Oh no.
Brian Flores over at Miami.
I have
That was the worst. Man, look, I'll start off with this one. Man,
it's not a mistake. Right now, he's the most interviewed coach, too, for all these.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If there's anybody who came out of the Patriots tutelage and actually been successful, it's been Brian Flores. You know what I'm saying?
4-2 against Bill.
You know what I'm saying? He's been there. He's only been there for 3 years, and he's coming off of 2 back-to-back winning seasons. On top of that, if you look at his first 2 seasons as a head coach, at a majority of the other head coaches, I saw like they showed like the stats or whatever. He was actually near the top, if not at the top, as far as like having one of the best records in their first 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's crazy because they kept Miami's GM. And I don't think, you know what I'm saying, the GM, I think he's more so the problem in Miami as a whole organization.
Something on that.
That's the problem. You feel me? It's not the head coach. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, you know, he wouldn't have had these back-to-back winning seasons. The players obviously loved Brian Flores. Shit, there were other players who weren't even on the damn team who were like, you know, they fuck with Brian Flores. You know, I honestly that was the biggest shocker to me. Now, if he don't have another job by next season, you know, I feel like he being blackballed or something like that personally. But y'all can go ahead and take it down. I just had to get
black being an operative word.
But
yeah, that too. You know what I'm saying? Successful black man.
But I can tell you why he got fired, because they was going back and forth trying to say we want Tua or we want to bring in Watson. Him and that GM.
Mike, you trying to steal my thunder, huh?
Oh no, Gregory. I've been listening to the grapevine, Gregory. That's had a lot to do with him and the GM didn't see eye to eye. I think Brian Flores wanted to keep Tua because why you're gonna spend that much and get on that draft pick, a first round draft pick? You do need to give him the opportunity to see if he can play, because at the end of the day, it was going to be cheaper for a few years to have him. Deshaun Watson, you're going to have to pay him right up front, and if you don't have all the pieces in place, then getting Deshaun Watson would be like having another failed season, even if you went 10-6 and you didn't make the playoffs. So I think that Brian Flores was doing the right thing by giving Tua a chance, because he owed it to him. You drafted him. He just got there. So how you just going, okay, we just give up on right now. Let's go get somebody. They went 10-6 last year, and then they went 9-8 this year, right? So I think that Flores he's a good coach. I think he's a very, very good coach, and he will land another head coaching job.
Oh, for sure.
Real soon here. I just think that they
shit. I'll take
where they messed up at. You don't see that they messed up because he had the team, the organization had that football team moving in the right direction, and now y'all got to backpedal and start all over again and go get another coach because of the GM's ego over the coach, and that's what happened with that. And I just heard a few things, but I knew that's what it is.
You're on the right track. You know, go ahead, Shan. I got a whole breakdown on this.
Like the owner was saying, like, you know, it wasn't enough continuity. He didn't see enough continuity. But I think the GM was muddying up the water because they were saying, oh, it's shared responsibility between the defensive coordinator and the offense coordinator. Like they were sharing roles as far as 2 offense coordinators, 2 defense coordinators, switching it up and whatnot. So that's just between the coach and the GM that ain't seeing eye to eye, you know. And then it went public with the whole Watson and Tua thing. You know, it's like, bro, let him coach, man. If you want him to win, if you want him to coach it, just let him do his thing. He's out there on the field. You're kind of speculating what could happen. And to me, the GM wasn't really involved in the game like, you know, Flores was. You know, he's just like, I think we'll be better off, because to Mike's point, you know, you spend this money on, you get a nice draft with Tua, you know, but then you got him in interview being asked, what do you think about Deshaun coming over? Like, what young player coming up with skills like he has wants to have that on his mind? You know, it's like, shit, bro, I just got here. I ain't doing bad. You know what I mean? And then the whole, are we starting? What was the backup?
Fitzmagic?
Brissett?
Oh, is it Jacoby?
So yeah.
Jacoby Brissett.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jacoby.
and then we're gonna put him in. He won us a game when he got hurt, so he's looking good. It's like, bro, y'all drafted him for a reason. You started him for a reason. Go with it, you know. But I think overall that was seeing the GM, voicing the Watson whole thing just trickles down to he had his hand and sitting on Brian Flores' hands and not letting him coach like he wanted to coach. And then when it came down to it, the owner was just like, oh, I'm sorry, young buck, but you'll be fine elsewhere. It just won't be here. And they're not going to be winning next year, though. So, I'll take that, though.
I love my compadres, but I did a deep dive on this. And I'm about to give you the real deal, Holyfield. But before I go into that, first and foremost, let me give y'all a little Brian Flores resume. Shan, as you mentioned, he's 4-2 versus Belichick. Pretty damn good. You know what I mean? Belichick always whoop all of his old assistants, except for Vrabel. Old Vrabel.
Old Vrabel.
Can't get with Mike. You know what I'm saying? But then in Flores' first year, he started off 0-7, but he ended up winning 5 of his last 9. So, it was coming. He had it cracking. He got it kind of like, all right, got his feet wet. Then he got it rolling. Then the second year, he won 10 games. So the system is rolling. He knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? This year, he won 7 of his last 8 games. They started off 1-7, ended up 8-1. So man was on fire. He knows what he's doing. This is like showing consistency in his program that he knows what's happening. And then, the thing was he had a high turnover rate with his assistants. You know what I mean? And the GM Greer thought he was being too abrasive with his assistants. But the thing is, he's from the Belichick tree. That man, he knows what he wants. He's like, all right, man, you get down with me how I want you to coach. Right. Oh, you don't like it? It's cool, man. No hard feelings. Go about your way, man. I'll find another one. You know what I mean? But within him doing that, he was still winning. So it's like he runs a tight ship, but he knows what he's doing. So I'm like, let that man do what he needs to do. You know what I mean? And the organization didn't appreciate that. But this is what really was the deal with the whole Tua thing. The thing was Flores supported Tua. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his quarterback. I want you to do well or whatever. But he saw the chance to get Deshaun Watson. And he was the driving force behind trying to get Deshaun Watson. You know what I mean? Because to me, I look at it, y'all know me. Y'all know I was a quarterback when I was younger, whatever. I critique black quarterbacks a little extra. I put a little extra on it because if you're real good and you're a black quarterback, you got to have that little extra it factor. Deshaun Watson has it. Deshaun Watson, to me, I think he's the best quarterback in the NFL. You know what I mean? I think it's a shame what happened to him this year. So to me, it's like Brian Flores looked at that like, man, I'm trying to get Michael Jordan over here, man. This dude is bad. He was the number 1 rated quarterback last year. And people forget. You know what I mean? That dude is a bad dude. What he did at Clemson, whooping up on Bama, 2 years in a row, he lost 1 and he won that second one, but he put up the numbers. You know what I mean? Dude is a bad dude. So Flores, he was like, I support you, Tua, but I want this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with that. And he was the driving force behind that, and the GM didn't like it because the GM was like, nah, he wants to stick with Tua. And that was the whole friction with everything. You know what I mean? Because you got to figure, man, who doesn't want to get Steph Curry? Who doesn't want to get LeBron James? Who doesn't want to get Michael Jordan? That's what Deshaun Watson is. Mike, you're muted. I hope you can hear us, man. But that's who Deshaun Watson is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fault Flores for trying to get him. I mean, come on, man.
Who wouldn't want to win?
Who wouldn't want to? But when we got LeBron, we got old butter and try to make new cake, though. We may, we
No,
got.
y'all just put the wrong pieces around that.
No,
one.
I already. We'll be. That's a whole nother topic. We'll get to that. And
Yeah.
I know my Lakers, and I can tell you I can give you a good illustration of what need to be done.
Yeah. But that's the whole thing with Flores, man. I hope wherever he goes, like let's just say he goes to the Bears. I hope he can get Deshaun. I hope he can bring Deshaun with him. Wherever he go, I hope he get Deshaun with him, man.
Come to the Raiders.
And what would you take? Would you drop Carr and take Deshaun Watson?
Hell yeah, in a heartbeat.
You have to. I mean, if that's,
I don't give a damn.
You trade
bullshit.
Like Mike over there, you hesitated. You hesitating on that?
I like Carr. I do.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
But
I love Derek Carr.
I like Derek Carr, man. I
love Derek Carr.
Hey, bro,
he ain't Deshaun Watson, bro.
I'm a ride or die.
Like this.
I'm a ride or die in that Lamborghini car.
I'm a Dak Prescott fan. But if I got a chance to get Deshaun Watson and get rid of him, I'm taking Deshaun, man. I'm sorry.
Hell yeah, in a heartbeat. I love Derek Carr. He is not Derek Carr.
Hey, like E40 said, I gotta be loyal to the soil.
You don't see me rocking a number 4 Deshaun Watson jersey.
You'll be both. No matter where he goes, I might just get his jersey just so GP.
I'm telling you, Deshaun Watson. Hey, don't let him fuck around. Go to the Saints. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, whoever get him, they're gonna be in the mix.
I had a funny feeling he is going to the Saints stuff.
Surely.
Hey, it could happen. You know what I mean? All right, fellas. We about to get him.
Is he out of his contract?
You know what I
mean? No. He's not out of his contract. But shit, I
think after February he will be. You know what I mean? And then it's gonna be on. That's why they're gonna try to trade him before February.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're gonna try and get something for him. They should have let him go to Miami. Miami was already willing to give up the Brinks truck, low key. Shit.
Fuck GM. Then in the end, they didn't want to pull the trigger.
Yeah, the GM on the Texans. I already know. He was like, "Fuck that."
The only jersey I won't get is if you end up on the Niners. Then I can't do nothing with that, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he ain't going there. He ain't going there.
Man. All right. Here we go into the picks this week. We're gonna split it up.
We're not breaking that. Well, we're about the game.
We want to. Did we?
Yeah, Gregory, we forgot about that.
Which one?
We had that on the itinerary.
Yeah,
we did. Raiders, to break the games down?
We got to break down one game.
Oh man, shoot! I was trying to skip that. Y'all caught me, man.
Nah, we ain't no skipping, Gregory.
Nah. You put it on the itinerary, boss.
No, y'all too good, man. Y'all too good. All right, let's go. Ready, Mike? We're gonna save you for last. Let's go with Young G, man. Break down your game for us, man.
Okay, this one's gonna be real quick then, because this one I chose to pick the Titans in the Texans game. Ironically, it's crazy because the Texans, they first half they look like shit. You know what I'm saying? They had 21 unanswered in the first half, didn't really do much. But the second half, brother, I don't know. They picked it up a little bit. I mean, they held the Titans to 7 points, but it still wasn't enough to stop them. Looks like they found their little replacement for Deshaun, man. Davis Mills, he didn't play bad. 23 of 33, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, on the low, he been doing real good, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it looks like, they shouldn't have a reason to let go of Deshaun now at this point. Danny Amendola, old ass, had 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? And he had 2 tubs. You know what I'm saying? He was looking like he was in his prime. I was like, what the fuck? I forgot Danny Amendola was in the league. You know what I'm saying? But Texans, they look good. Titans going into the playoffs, they look like they kind of were just like they didn't really have their foot on the gas all the way. Don't get me wrong. Tannehill, he played very well. 287, 4 tubs, no picks. But again, another game where their running game, their running backs, they put together a decent performance. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like, I think going into the playoffs, they're definitely gonna miss Derrick Henry. I said, I think I read something the other day. That's what I said. I read something the other day where he might play, but it's still not. He's not 100%, so he's not gonna really. I don't think he's gonna be that big of a factor. Maybe more so of a decoy. If anything, I mean, if they try to straight up, use him like how they were using him in the season, they're just gonna risk injuring him even worse. And then like you said. those big running backs don't last long as is. So if you really want to, go all out, if you think this is the year for you to get it, but by all means, run that man to the ground with like they do with most running backs. You know what I'm saying? But if
they need to work that other running back first, man. See if they
Dante
even
Foreman
been running good.
Yeah.
They need to work him in very well. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have he averaged 3 yards to carry against the Texans, and he has 69 yards on 21 carries. But I mean, shit, they got to do something. And people forget Ryan Tannehill. He can still run a little bit, run a little read option. Because if you have Derrick Henry back there, you're gonna be scared of him than Ryan Tannehill, anyways. You know what I'm saying? Do a little something like that, and then you got AJ Brown, you got Julio. You might be cool.
I just picked up on what Tito was saying. That man said Deshaun Watson is a Lamborghini. Derek Carr is a Honda. He's like,
Wow.
What's the choice?
What the hell you think Jimmy G is a? What was he talking about?
That boy Jimmy G is a damn Volkswagen Beetle.
So what does that make? That makes Jimmy G a damn. That makes his ass a little
Volkswagen Beetle, and then you got Trey Lance over there.
He ain't even no damn Volkswagen Beetle. He a damn.
My son got one. It's all right
car.
He
1987 Pinto. 1987 Pinto with a faded paint job.
That's cold. That's cold.
So don't try to go in and you always have to do the slick stuff, huh?
The Beetle, man.
Oh, Tito, you always trying to go torpedo, huh? But I always got a better one coming behind you.
Yeah.
That's cold. That's cold.
Driving that old ass Fiat. They drive an old outdated Fiat.
Yeah.
All righty. Shan, what do you have for us?
Well, speaking of which, man, I went ahead and checked out the Niners and the Rams game, man. The first half, man, I thought the Niners was out of it, man. They only scored a field goal. Your boy Matthew was doing his thing. Stafford, they was up 17-3 in the first half. But, little Jimmy threw an interception. I think before the first half was over, but, they were able to shake it off and regroup in the half. And then, of course, Stafford has to throw an interception as well. But the Raiders finally got, the Niners got Mitchell involved, and saying he had a total of 85 yards, slip of the tongue, bro, slip of the tongue, and Ayuk, he was carrying the team and receiving at first, and then they started to get Debo more involved than just running. He caught some passes. They were able to regroup, and then your boy Matthew Stafford, man, in that last 53 seconds had to throw another pick, man. And I knew they was going to overtime, and I knew if the Niners got if they got the call, they was going to win that game, man. You know what I mean? Because they already had their mojo working. It seemed like the Rams they just didn't, in that second half, they just didn't have it all. You know what I mean? And the unfortunate thing is the Niners are advancing to the playoffs, only to get shut out by them boys, man. So, I don't know. I might have wanted to see the Rams there for the simple fact that it would have been a nice little shootout between Dak and Stafford, but Stafford was probably going to live up to his old little tricks. I mean, because I think he's done threw a pick every game in the last 6 or 7 games, man. You know what I mean? So, and I think the Cowboys would have had at least one pick 6 playing against him, but I sure think that the Niners have it to go up against them boys, man. Debo Sanders, he ain't enough, man. He ain't enough. You got Mitchell involved, but the Cowboys have too many weapons. So sorry, Tito, man. You guys made it to the playoffs, But
like, congratulations. Congratulations, you're gonna get your ass whooped.
Yeah,
you get the consolation.
And thanks Stafford for y'all, man. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. I'll go up next. We'll save the grand finale. From a man. I took
I'll make it
who did I take? I took the Colts beating the Colts losing to the Jags. Can't believe that, man. But I watched the game a little bit on a little replay. Jags played tough, man. the Jags defense showed up and showed out. You know what I mean? They stopped the Colts on a 4th and 1 or 4th and goal from their own 1, held their ground. Freaking Prince Charming was out there tossing that rock around to Marvin Jones, man. Marvin Jones is looking like
Marvin Jones is a good receiver, man.
You know, them Cal receivers aren't too bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Jones is out there showing out. And Chenault, he was playing good. Bruh, I think the Jags got a taste of what they could be in the future. You know what I mean? Because Trevor Lawrence, come on, man. He's in the same mold as Peyton Manning. You know what I mean? He's one of them dudes kind of groomed to be that dude. And he was showing up, showing out, showing his arm. He's throwing some pinpoint passes, especially that touchdown pass he threw to Marvin Jones where he did the little toe tap. You know what I mean? And then it didn't help the Colts that old Carson Wentz was up to his old tricks. You know what I mean? Got sacked, gave the ball up. You know what I mean? Fumble. Jags got the ball. They scored a field goal, though. They didn't score a touchdown. So that happened. And then also Wentz threw a pick. You know what I mean? So, you know, the Colts, I think it might have been a bad decision to take on Wentz as their starting quarterback. I'm just not impressed by Carson Wentz, man. You know, he had a nice run in Philly that year when he was doing good, like MVP numbers until he got hurt.
Man, look, they won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles.
I'll say, Nicky Six took it over and took him to the Super Bowl. So, you know, he got a Super Bowl ring, but he just wasn't the starting quarterback. I don't think just watching him play, I don't think he'll ever be a successful quarterback in the NFL as far as winning any championships. You know what I mean? That's a game you got to win. I don't give a damn. If you win and in, that's a game you got to win, man. And you're playing a team that's freaking only won like 2 games all year.
It really is.
You got to win that game, man. You know what I mean? In watching the game, I put that on Wentz. Although Jonathan Taylor, he didn't do all that. He had some good runs, though, some good hard runs. But, you know, I put that in the quarterback's lap.
I mean, to only score 11 points, though.
Yeah, they shit on themselves, man.
Yeah.
So
they shit in their
especially, you know, since they have been to the Super Bowl.
I mean, that man needed a diaper for that game, man.
Yeah, needed that man diaper. They needed that man diaper, not the baby diaper.
Exactly. That's the nice little depends. That's all I got on that one, Raider Mike. Going into
you know, we done finally
going into the Raider Bible.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, and this is what I'm gonna say. All you haters out there, all those Raider haters and side talking on the side with subliminal messages. Now, what you gotta say now? And like I said, guess what? We're back. So, all I gotta say is about that game is it gave me 10 strokes and 7 heart attacks watching them in the fourth quarter, because the first 3 quarters was lovely, but we kind of start playing that little prevent defense, and some of the defensive backs, the communication, and with Diablo, just they playing him everywhere. He needed to be deeper down in there, you know, when the dude crossed right in front of his face, number 5. You gotta be in front of him, you know, because you didn't have nobody on the outside to guard. There was nobody coming outside. He was inside. There was no receiver outside. You know what I'm saying? He looking to the outside like it's somebody out there. Man, ain't nobody out there. Follow this guy all the way across the field. Justin Herbert can't make that throw. He's throwing it to the wrong color jersey if he does that. But anyway, Josh Jacobs was the man of the game. He was beasting, 135 yards rushing, 26 carries and touchdown. Derek Carr didn't have as great as game in the first 3 quarters, but the fourth quarter, he was money. So he was 186 yards, 2 touchdowns. That wasn't his greatest game, 20 or 36, but he was great in the moment that he had to be when it was 3rd and 8, and he dropped that dime to Zay Jones. That was the pass of the game. That was the best pass of that whole game, period. You know, Herbert was throwing dimes, though. Herbert was throwing shit on a rope, you know. I even though in a loss, I give it up to Herbert. I didn't think he was as good as they said he was, but after watching him play, if they get the shit right, he's dangerous.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, the boy is bad. And I hate the Chargers. I don't like Denver. I hate the Chargers. I hate the Chiefs. But that dude Herbert, I see something special in him, just like Patrick Mahomes. He's a generational quarterback. I think Herbert is. I'm just calling it the way I see it. This only his second year, and look how he's looking. So he can make all the throws. He's got poise in the pocket. He don't panic. I mean, he'll stay in that pocket and take that hit to get that ball off. And that's what I've seen. But my Raiders defense, we played good for the first 3 quarters, but we knuckled up in that 4th quarter, and that's why we won that game. Because Max Crosby, I got to give it to my boy Max Crosby. Shit, I might have to get me a Crosby jersey because that fool was just killing him. He was on Herbert's ass almost every damn snap. I mean, he was relentless. He showed me.
Shit. And they was holding him.
He was very relentless.
Not even calling it, though.
Hey, you know who he looked like? He looked like Howie Long coming around that corner. When Howie Long used to play for the Raiders, he was relentless. He was ruthless. Howie Long used to get after the quarterback by all means necessary. The quarterback must go down hard. The words of Al Davis. But anyway, that's all I got to say. My Raiders is in the playoff. And Tito, I didn't want to take your $100 from you because I knew where we was going. But I should have took it from you. But we'd have probably broke off even, huh? Because we'd have both been we'd have both kept our money in our pocket, our house money in our pocket because we made the playoffs. So I will give you a little congratulations, a little one. But that's
little one. That's what I like to hear, man. Man, let's keep it friendly and keep it fresh. You dig?
Go farther. Not too late for a little wager.
No, I don't want to go too far, Tony.
Yes. Well, let's get into these picks, man. You know what I mean?
Go.
Shoot, we're an hour in. We can wrap it up with these picks. Get it cracking, man. First up, let's go with the Patriots and Bills. On this one, the Bills are favored by 4 points, and the Bills are 3-0-1 in their last 4 games overall. The road team in this series is 19-6-2 against the spread. So, with that said, who wants to go first? Young G, lead us off, man. Let the youngster lead us off, man. What you got?
All right, man. So look, looking at it, the last time I watched the Patriots and the Bills play, it was super windy. You know what I'm saying?
Where
Bills,
they playing at?
Mac Jones. They're playing in Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
Yeah, Mac Jones only threw the ball, I think, 3 times or some shit. That's not going to happen again. I think this is going to be the game where Mac Jones, they might open up the offense just a little bit more. They might throw a little more, but I don't think it's going to be enough, man. I think Buffalo, they finally caught their niche. They hit a little rough patch mid-season, but I think, Buffalo going to take this one, man. They playing at home. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Jim Kelly and Nate Thurman or whatever his name is.
Thurman Thomas.
Yeah, Thurman Thomas. Yeah, there you go. Thurman Thomas. This ain't the 90s where they go 4 times in a row and they choke it out. I think Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna start the playoffs off strong. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna take the Pats out, man. This ain't Bills year yet. They probably got about 1 more year.
Okay. Youngin. Fred and Mike, who you liking this one, man?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and ride with them Bills, Buffalo Bills. That's paying them bills. They're going to be taking some bills on Sunday. I'm going to take Buffalo because I just think they have an all-around better team. I think they have better quarterback play for sure. Now, the Patriots have the edge on the running game, but they're going to have to throw the ball to win this game.
Yeah.
And Mac Jones he's been pretty good. I got to say he's been a pretty good quarterback, but I don't think if Mac Jones had to throw it 40 times, they're not going to win. That's not the success, the ingredients for success for the Patriots. They want to run that ball and keep that other offense off the field. And you know what I'm saying? And win the time possession game and then play good defense. That's what Belichick wants to do. And that's not going to happen because Josh Allen ain't having it. I just say that Buffalo is the better team and they will prove that on Sunday. I got Buffalo.
Okay. And then myself, I'm going to take them Bills myself, man. I put a lot of stock in matchups and the numbers and all that type of stuff. And, usually in a situation like this, I would take Belichick and his defense versus an offense. But I think the Bills are ready. They've been primed. This isn't their first time in the playoffs. What's the quarterback's name again?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. This ain't their first time in the playoffs with him. You know what I mean? I think he's seasoned up enough to where he can make some plays. He's not going to get rattled. We know that. You know what I mean? And their defense is number one defense in the NFL. So I think that first game or not the first game, but that last time they played when the Pats ran all over them, that's not going to happen again. You're not going to be able to run the ball freaking 40 times and throw it 3 times. That's not happening.
No.
I think the Bills will score. They'll be at home. You know, what do they call that? The mob? What do they call the Bills fans?
Bill Mafia.
Bills Mafia.
Bill Mafia. They're going to have them out there. You know, it's going to be on, and I think the Bills get the win. Shann, what you think?
Nah, I'm in agreement, man. I think that it's going to have to be a spread around offense type situation. And then, you know, when it comes to quarterback airing it out, you know, it's going to have to be Allen over Jones, no problem. And they're at home. They're excited, man. They've been looking good all year. And the defense, to your point, is number one. They're going to keep them in the game, but Allen's going to win the game for them. So, you know, give a quick little spiel right there, be done with it. But I got the Bills.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the.
Hey, Mike, you muted.
Oh, he's talking something.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, remember E-Love with that radio?
Like it loud.
I was having a discussion.
Yes. All good. Let's get into the quick one. This one shouldn't be too long for anyone. We'll go.
The Cowboys
Eagles.
and Niners? Nah.
Damn. Nah, you know, I got to get down on that.
No.
Eagles versus the Bucks. The Bucks are favored by 8.5 in this game. But check this out. The Bucks are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 wild card games. And the underdog, which the Eagles are they're 4-1 in the last 5 meetings with these two teams. And let's see, the Buccaneers are also 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 as a home favorite. So you got a little bit of conflicting information there. You know, I'll go first on this one. And I'm taking Thomas, Edward, Patrick, Brady Jr. You know what I mean? That's an easy one for me, man. The Eagles, we played them twice. We dusted them twice. Even though the second time they played the JV team out there.
Don't matter.
They don't have enough. Plus, the Bucks are getting back all their starters on defense. You know, Jason Pierre, Paul, everybody's coming back, man. And then Tom Brady will take care of the offense. So I will be taking them there Bucks. Brady, Mike, who you liking this one, man? Well,
the buck stops here. We got to take Tampa Bay, and that's all I got to say. They have a better team. They have a better quarterback. They're moving. They're gonna win that game. So I'll take the Buccaneers. That's all I got to say. Ain't really much to say.
Okay. Young G.
It's Tom Brady in the playoffs, dog. Only way I could pick against him if he was playing Eli Manning, but he's retired. So you know what I'm saying? I'm going ahead and going with Tom Brady and them. You know what I'm saying? Minus AB.
I like that. Shann, what's up?
Yeah, the only way I would have took the Eagles is if the Bucks would have picked up Terrell Owens, because that would have been a sign of being desperate, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way I'm taking the Eagles over Mr. Thomas Bucks, you know what I mean? Because they just stay poised, man. You know, they could be down by 24 points, and Brady's like, nah, bro, it's playoff time. You know, I got something to prove, man. He needs another ring number 8. I don't think he's going to get it. You know what I mean? But he's definitely on the hunt for it. So gotta go with the Bucks, man.
Look, we are all in agreement on both games. And I have a feeling we will be in agreement on this one also. We got the Steelers visiting the Chiefs. The Steelers are 2-5 in their last 7 against the spread against the Chiefs. Steelers are 1-7 in their last 8 games following the against the spread win. And the over is 5-0 in the last 5 Chiefs games versus the AFC. Shann, who you liking this, man?
Man, come on. I like Mahomes, man. You know what I mean? Like
my homeboy, huh?
Yeah, Steelers got a little courtesy burden, man. You know, like they lucky to be there. I'm grateful for Tomlin.
They need to send Daniel Carlson a bottle of Cristal.
Right. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for Tomlin. You know, he's one of the winningest coaches, right? In Steelers history.
Yeah, He's one of the coolest coaches is what I like about him. I like Tomlin.
Yeah, I like Tomlin, even though I think he's coaching with his hands tied for the most part, you know what I mean? But he still finds a way to win, just not just not this weekend.
No, he ain't winning.
Not with those
Yes.
statue back there, man.
Yes. Young G.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to go ahead and take them good old Chiefs.
Oh, I thought you was
You know
about
what
to
I'm
take the
saying?
Steelers, man.
Nah, man, the Steelers fucked around. They overachieved. You know what I'm saying? They already sent Ben out on his high horse, letting him win his little last 2 games and whatnot for his last game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, Big Ben, if he's gonna give his all since this is his last game or whatever. He's gonna give his all. He's gonna look like he's gonna try and pull some shit out the hat where he's like, damn, I still got a little bit left in the tank. I'm gonna give my little, he might give a little rah-rah speech or some shit before the game, just to be like trying to get him a little extra pumped up. But the Chiefs in the playoffs, man, it's a different breed, it's a different animal. Playing in Kansas City, that stadium get loud. You know what I'm saying? Pat Mahomes and them boys, they found their stride late in the season, and I don't see them stopping no time soon, especially against a team where their offense hasn't been cracking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have TJ Watt, but I mean, shit. TJ Watt can only do so much.
Yeah, yeah. I feel you on that, man. I'm gonna keep mine nice and short. I'm just gonna say Chiefs. Red Mike, who you like, man?
Kansas City. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I was about to say that was an easy one. Let's get into one where we may have some parting of ways here. We got the Cardinals visiting the Rams. Let's see. The road team, which is the Cardinals, is 5-1-1 in the last 7 meetings with these two teams. The favorite, which is the Rams, is 8-2-1 in the last 11 meetings between these two teams. But then you have the Cardinals who are 1-8-1 in the last 10 meetings with these two teams. Then you have the Rams. They're 1-5 versus their last 6 teams with a winning record. A lot of conflicting information here. And these teams split during the regular season. So, Shan, who do you like in this game? Why?
Ooh. Man. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with the Cards, man. You know what I mean? I started out riding with the old whatchamacallit, Kyler. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish with him, man. I'm gonna lead a faith in him, and Stafford goes ahead and delivers a pick again. You know what I mean? Hopefully the Cards could capitalize on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Cards, man.
I see. Young G, who do you like? I mean, I keep calling you Young G. I keep forgetting to say, wow.
Man, it's all good. It's all good. Shit, I'm gonna have to go with the Rams on this one, man. They got more playoff experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how much this is gonna help, but they signed Eric Weddle. They brought him out of retirement. Yeah, they brought him out of retirement ahead of this game. He's gonna play. And Eric Weddle, you know what I'm saying? They don't need him to do much but drop back in the coverage. And Eric Weddle was good dropping in coverage when he was playing, man. They got a healthy Jalen Ramsey. They got they got Debo in the middle over there, you know what I'm saying? Kyler Murray can only run so much, man. Kyler Murray can only run so much. And the Cardinals online, it ain't that great. And I like my chances better with the Rams defense than the Cardinals defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Raider Mike, who you liking this one, man?
Gregory, I'm gonna take them Rams because I think Odell's finna do something special this game. I like Odell Beckham. I just think, I think he's still a great wide receiver, and I think he's gonna show that in the playoffs. He didn't get to play the playoffs last year with the Browns because he was injured. So I think Odell is going to show up and show out, and Matthew Stafford is going to be lights out this game because they gotta have it. Because if not, they're gonna look real bad by getting rid of Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford because you just did the same damn shit if he don't win. So I'll take the Rams.
Yes. And I'm going to follow that cab and take them Rams. I just think, like, with the Cards, they too I've been saying the entire season that they're just too inconsistent for me, and I was saying there's something missing. I don't believe in. They're on the road with the Rams. Rams at home, McVay. I think in the Cardinals defense is solid. It's okay, but it's not great. You know what I mean? They're not going to be like, oh, the Cardinals stopped the run, so Akers can't run. Oh, the Cardinals stopped the pass, so Cup can't get, you know what I mean? They have nothing to just zero in and stop anything that the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they
plus people forget Matthew Stafford. I mean, shit, he took the Lions to the playoffs.
Yeah, with Calvin Johnson.
You know what I'm saying? With Calvin Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Now he's got more weapons. So this is like you said, this is a big prove it thing for him. Not just them trading for not them just trading for him, but him also proving that, you know what I'm saying, with the right amount of talent, he can get the job done.
Oh, for the Rams Cardinals though, we need to pick some scores, y'all. That's that Monday night game.
Oh,
that's the Monday night game.
Okay.
Get the scores in.
I will say I will take the Rams 31-24. I got the Rams.
4. All right. Young G.
I'll take the Rams 27-21.
21. And I got the Rams, and I'm going to say 24-17. Shann, what you got?
I'm gonna say the Cards 28-24, bro.
28-24. Okay, so we got the scores in. Good. Next up, Tito. We got,
and I'm gonna bust that different too.
My Dallas Cowboys taking on them whiners from Santa Clara, taking on the Santa Clara 49ers.
Hey, both of y'all on the quest for 6, huh?
Huh?
Both of y'all on the quest for 6, yeah?
Oh, man, you ain't got to worry about that. Let's go, man. Brandon Mike, who you liking this one, man?
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and make my pick real nice, smooth, and I just think that the 49ers, they just give them the media, there's too much hype. They don't say nothing wrong about them. I think Dallas Cowboys is going to go out there and take it to them. I got the Dallas Cowboys because I think Dallas Cowboys have too much firepower, and they're going to turn them over like some turntables, because the more they throw, the more chances that what is his name? Trayvon Diggs is going to get him a pick 6. I'll take the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes. Shanny, you got this, Mike.
Sorry, Tito. Man, look, Dallas is going to show them a balanced offense. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't going to let somebody make some little mistakes and you're dancing all in the video and whatnot. You know, you're about to see what the Niners are made of, and it's not much, man. You know what I mean? So let's go, boys. Come on.
They all right, but you know what? Like I said, no matter the weather, the Cowboys about to get their shit together.
Oh yeah.
Young G.
I'm over here reading this quote, man. It's talking about somebody was talking to Micah Parsons, and they said something about the Niners play bully ball. And Micah Parsons said, and I quote, "I'm from Harrisburg, where the bullies get bullied. There's a bully in every gym. At one point, it's gonna take somebody to stand up and fight, and I ain't ever been one to back down from a challenge." Now, if that don't fire you up, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what will.
Getting them chills,
I'm taking the Cowboys, man. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be a little bit of a dogfight, but I think the Cowboys gonna come out and win by at least a touchdown.
Hey, look, Tito said the Niners play like they did in the second half against them boys, we could win. Don't sound like confidence coming from their little fan squad right there, man.
Check this out,
man. We'd all be drunk.
This is the thing that tripped me out, man. All right, in this game, I've been, I listen to this shit all week because on the radio, on my way to work, I don't really like listening to music. So I listen to like 95.7 The Game, or I listen to Ticket 1050. Across the board, Niner fans are just like, we're going to run it down their throat. You know what I mean? We're going to run this shit 40, 50 times. They ain't going to be able to stop us, whatever.
Ooh,
Like,
Debo?
man, we got, with Elijah Mitchell, but look, bro, we got all-stars on every single level. O-line, running back, wide receiver, D-line, linebacker, secondary, and they're acting like the Niners are 15-2.
And they playing in
quarterback.
your house.
And
They
your
playing in
quarterback.
your right?
They're 10-7.
And your quarterback.
And I guarantee you this. I know for sure, 100%, Garoppolo is going to throw us at least one interception. But I believe he's going to throw two at least. You know what I mean? So
it's going to be a pick six to your boy Diggs.
Defense is very opportunistic, been opportunistic all season. We're number one in takeaways. And our offense is dynamic. We will win this game, man. You know what I mean? We will win this game. I ain't going to guarantee it, but we will. That's all I got to say about that. But next up, we got the payoff coming.
You like Jimmy.
We got the payoff coming.
Gregor, you got to be like Jimmy.
Jimmy
said, hey, Steve Young,
we will win the ball game.
You know, Jimmy said, well, what's the difference between Steve Young and Troy Aikman? It's easy. Steve Young has won the Super Bowl.
Hey, and then, the other thing, Dak gets better in the playoffs. Look at his playoff quarterback QBR. His shit is always higher in the playoffs. So Dak will show up. Believe that.
Need Zeke to show up.
Oh, wow.
So we getting to the payoff.
We got the payoff coming. And since I'm the lone Cowboy fan and y'all are Raiders fans, I'll go first in this one.
Yeah, I
we
know.
We got the Raiders visiting the Bengals. You know what I mean?
Bengals.
The Raiders are 4-1 in their last 5 games as an underdog. But the favorite, which the Bengals are, is 4-1 in their last 5 against the spread with these two teams. So, last thing I have to say is the Raiders are 0-5 in their last 5 meetings with the Bengals. Damn. With that said, man, I think this is where, we've been like this the whole time. Everybody's picking the same, Shan picked one different, but we all been kind of like this. This is kind of where I go like that.
Go ahead and go.
I got to go with them Bengals, man.
I'll be calling you at about 4:30 Saturday.
I hope you don't be crying when you call.
Oh, I don't be crying. There won't be no crying. It's going to be, I'm going to call you.
Okay. I mean, but look, this ain't a personal pick for me. I'm picking who I think is going to win the game, bro.
Don't matter. I mean, that's what everybody's supposed to be. We all supposed to pick who we think going to win the game.
You know what I'm saying? It's not, don't take it personal.
Oh, I know. I'm going to have to call you with the sweet, not the bitter.
Hey, G, what you think the score is going to be?
Well, we got to finish getting our picks first.
Yeah, let's get the picks. We'll get a score on this one too. We'll get a score at the end. But Shan, since you're speaking,
oh man, it's been some magic happening over there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care if it gets close. If it's the ball's in our hands and we got to win by a field goal, then it's us all day long. Our defense is showing out. I think it's gonna continue. We got Waller, we got Renfro, Jones, Evans. They've been doing their little thing, and Jacob.
Edwards.
I'm sorry, Edwards, but Jacob's hurt, but he's still making plays. So
yeah, he looked.
And they've been incorporating Mariota. It's been successful. So I think we got action over here, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going with the Raiders, man. Come on, man.
I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it. Young G, you've been the closet Bengals fan all season.
Don't let him punk you, G.
Are you conflicted?
Flare, go on, flare out.
Hey, look, hold on. You see, I got the jersey on, right? There's a reason why I'm wearing. No. See, here's the thing. I'm finna school you real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna give you a little history lesson real quick.
Okay.
There's a reason why I have this Bo Jackson jersey on.
Go ahead, Young G.
So, statistically speaking, since Derek Carr has been drafted, In games under 50 degrees, he's 2-9, right? And the forecast for that game is going to be in the high 40s. Now, that's not looking too good, as you alluded to. Against the Bengals, the Raiders are 0-5 in their last 5 meetings. Also true. But do you know the curse of Bo Jackson?
No.
I do.
The
Tell me
curse of
about
Bo
it.
Jackson. Okay,
So
so
he
in
got hurt
19
against Cincinnati.
exactly. 31 years ago.
That's my son, y'all. That's my son. Go ahead, do it.
Look,
Give it to me.
in the 1991 AFC divisional playoff game. It's 31 years ago, man. That's the last time the Bengals won a playoff game, if I'm not mistaken. That's also the game where I forgot the dude's name. No. Listen. That's the last time the Bengals have failed to win a playoff game. They haven't won a playoff game in 31 years since that tackle.
Damn.
That whoever, I forgot the linebacker's name, but it's the linebacker that tackled Bo Jackson. And Bo Jackson, they say, well, Raiders fans know, most people know that Bo Jackson was so damn strong. He basically did it to himself. But like that tackle has been synonymously with.
I remember that tackle on the sideline where Bo tried to pull out of it, but he pulled his hip out of socket.
He pulled his hip out of socket.
Strong.
The Bengals haven't won a playoff game since that day in 31 years. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being a factor, and looking at, even though the Bengals are good now and all that, remember, even when they had Chad Johnson and Carson Palmer, they couldn't win. When they had Andy Dalton and AJ Green, they couldn't win. Now they got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I don't see that happening again. You know what I'm saying? You got a dynamic white quarterback and a dynamic black receiver. It's a pattern.
I like how you working. At the
end of the day, there's 31 years is a long damn time. That's longer than I fucker's been alive. You know what I'm saying? And
we just gonna have to
all
call
that
you
being said, even though Derek Carr and the Raiders haven't been that great and successful in cold weather games, nor playing against Cincinnati, the Bengals have been just as shit in the playoffs. So with that being said, I'm gonna go with my Raiders, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with the Raiders, man. I don't see the curse of Bo Jackson, and I ain't no football. A lot of football people, they are very suspicious and shit. Me too at this point, because if it's been 31 years and that was the last time y'all won, and y'all had all these other chances in between, and Bengals have been better than the Raiders in years past. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't get out of the first round. Remember that. The Bengals couldn't get out the first round worth of shit. I don't think that's going to change.
I like how you brought that home. That was a good one, man.
That was a good one, youngster. I was going to say the Bo Jackson thing, but he got it.
That's some of that Cirque, what do they call it? Cirque du Soleil or whatever. That
was good.
I was waiting for this. I was waiting.
What's up, Raider Mike? I know you got something spectacular for us.
Well, like I said, Gregory, doubted us to make the playoffs in the first place. They said they can't win 4 games. Now all we got to do is win. Fred, all we got to do is win 1. My boy Derek Carr, this is all I got to say about this. If it's a close game, we're going to win. If we do what's necessary to win. If it's a shootout, we're going to win. We get that ball last, we're going to win that game. And I know Derek Carr is up for the task because he has been written off. He has been talked about bad. Trade rumors. Derek Carr done heard everything. He don't want to hear shit. All Derek Carr finna go out here and do is kick their ass and perform and get the rest of the players to jump on the bandwagon and jump on his bus. And we're going to ride up out of there with that dub. I'm taking my Raiders because I bleed the silver and black, and it's going to be silver and black attack all across that damn stadium. I got my Raiders.
All right. What do you guys for a score for that game?
I ain't going to be nothing special. It's going to be a little cold, but I'm saying we're going to win. We're going to win this game. I'll say 27-20. I'll take my Raiders all day, every day. Huh? She say that away.
Since I'm going with them bingos, I'm gonna take them, and the score is gonna be 31 to Let me go with 27. Let me give y'all 27, man.
Don't give it. We're gonna get it.
Shan, what you got for the score, man?
And y'all gonna be pleasantly surprised, man. I believe that's the 31. Oh, sorry. Let me take that back. No, 31-16, bro.
31-16. Young G, what you got?
35-30.
35-30. So we all think it's gonna be high scoring. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be a lot of back and forth in that one. You know, dang, time flies when you're having fun. Y'all, we've been on here for an hour and a half, man.
Damn, and we ain't even have much to talk about. We must have had something.
I thought we wasn't gonna have enough. You know what I mean? But man, it turns out we did. It was fun. And you guys go ahead, sign off and get your thing on.
It's your boy Raider Mike. And all I gotta say is I'm gonna be doing my victory dance on Saturday.
Yes,
and I'm calling you, Gregory.
That's all good.
It's Big Shann, man. Look, I want to thank everybody. We up to 33 subscribers. We just been growing and glowing slowly but surely. You know, thank y'all for subscribing and whatnot. And Tito, I'm sorry, but you're going home packed, courtesy of my nigga G and them boys. And then you could switch over since you little 49er faithful, allegedly faithfuls like to switch sides. Come on over to the dark side, baby. It's gonna be for good entertainment.
Yes. Youngin, LaFleur.
LaFleur, man. You know, I had to come up and drop a little ism for the one time. Had to show a young mind really know what he be talking about sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see how these playoffs is gonna turn out. You know, as I've gotten older, I've gotten more into watching football and watching sports and stuff like that. I've always been around it, but now that I actually like indulge in it and I actually like do my research and get into it, man, it's really exciting. I see why, you know what I'm saying? And this also, you know what I'm saying? I just want to, again, I appreciate Pops and everybody allow me to be a part of this pod, man. It's really dope. I love it.
Of course. We love the young energy you bring, young man. You know what I'm saying? But myself, I'd also like to thank everybody. You know what I mean? Remind everybody, like, share, subscribe to the channel. But, you know, it's been a long season. Everybody that's been rocking with us, you know what I mean? We want to say, you know, we appreciate you. And hopefully going into the future when we bring more, you know, you keep on rocking with us and watch us grow, you know. But this week, watch my Cowboys kick them Niners ass. You know what I mean? It's going down. And watch, you know what I mean? And I really hope the Raiders win. I want y'all to get y'all a little victory. I took the Bengals because I'm thinking with my mind, not my heart. But, you know, y'all win. I don't care. I hope you do. You know what I mean? Love all my compadres. Thank you guys. Thank everybody for tuning in. Until next week. Peace. 2 fingers.
All right, y'all.